We will talk about endocrine system this session, and we will start with the thyroid gland. Okay, so whatever you see in your monitors is the thyroid gland. It is the magnification 4, but because of the camera, it looks bigger than whatever you see in your magnification 4. Okay. Parts called or not? What is the name of this?
Sinusoid?
What?
Sinusoid.
No. They are called follicles. Okay. And whatever you see in the middle of every follicle is the fluid called colloid. This is the hormone secreted from no, from follicular cells. Okay. Every follicle, if I go to begin, and every single cells here called what? Follicular cells. This is the actually simple cuboidal epithelium that each cells can call follicular cells. These follicular cells secreted some hormones and make fluid here that's called, this is pink fluid is called colloid. Yes. Okay. So if you want to say what epithelium cover the follicle, what you say?
Squamous.
Simple.
Cuboidal.
I told you.
Cuboidal.
Simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay, and each cuboidal cell called
Follicular
cells. Okay. The next thing that is important in this slide is that we see some cells here far away from follicular cells, okay, in a distance actually. These cells called parafollicular cells. What is your name? If you answer me, you give the follicular cells and the follicle. This is the section of a follicle. Each section is lined with simple cuboidal cells, and each cell
follicular cells.
And between every follicle, we have some other cells that called
Parafollicular cells.
Okay. This is all about the thyroid. This is the simple squamous epithelium. Okay. So it would be a vessel. This is the kind of capillary between every follicle actually. Okay. So if you see the section like this, because you can't see any colloid in the middle of that, and it is actually there are some RBC here, so we call it a capillary. We have some capillaries in between follicles actually. Okay. The adrenal gland has 2 parts. Okay. And has a shape like this. It has 2 parts, okay? These parts called what?
Cortex. Medulla.
Cortex.
Inner part is medulla. Medulla.
Okay.
Yes.
Cortex has 3 layers that are actually that are constrict around the medulla. Okay. And the whole tissue is covered by
Capsule.
a capsule,
Fibrous capsule. Renal capsule.
that is dense connective
Tissue.
tissue. So, the gland is covered by the capsule with a dense connective
Tissue.
Okay. So look at here. What is called?
Cortex.
No.
Capsule. Oh,
Dense
oh,
connective tissue.
Dense connective
tissue.
This part. I don't know if here we go. Okay. So this is dense connective tissue called
Capsule.
Here it is.
Cortex.
Cortex
Cortex.
and
Medulla.
medulla. We have medulla around some central.
Medullary is
These are central veins, and whatever around them is called medulla. Okay? These central veins actually are kind of irregular veins in our bodies. Okay? Because of the irregular muscle cells actually existed in their walls. Okay?
This vessel in zona fasciculata.
What?
Zona fasciculata.
No, zona fasciculata is a part of
Adrenal cortex.
I will tell you.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, for seeing these parts of cortex, we should use the bigger magnification. Okay. We have 3 parts in cortex. Every single section that is rounded, that is circular, is called
zona fallosa.
yes, exactly, zona glomerulosa. And these elongated, actually fascicle or cord, called
Fascicula.
Fascicula.
fasciculata, and here next to the middle
Zona reticularis.
we have
Reticularis.
yes, zona reticularis, that is more dense and
Darker in color.
yes, has darker color. I think this is not great slide. Let me. This is capsule.
Capsule.
Okay. This is cortex and this
Medulla.
and this is artifact. Okay, don't care
Yeah.
this part. Parts are glomerulosa. This is fasciculata, and this part that has actually dense cytoplasm. Okay, is
Reticularis.
zona
Reticularis.
and this part we have medulla.
Medullary.
And these cells called, do you know what's chromophene?
Chromophene.
Chromophene. We have chromophene in hypophysis.
In hypophysis.
Okay. So these cells, okay, these cells called chromophene.
And aldosterones are species in granulosa cell.
What?
Zona granulosa aldosterone.
I can check the cortex layers here again. One after another, okay? Guys, look at your monitors. Honey, look at your monitors. This is a part of zona fasciculata because we have 2 rows cells, okay? And there are a lot of lipid drops here, so they cannot take color, okay? So this is 2 rows of the cells in zona fasciculata, okay? And here, these sections, can you guess what is this?
Zona rectangular.
Zona
Reticular.
glomerulosa. Honey,
First part.
Yes.
here. This is the
Capsule.
Capsule, yes.
okay? Immediately.
Yes.
At the bottom of the capsule, we have
Granulum.
zona
Granulum.
glomerulosa, zona
facility.
So, when you want to guess what part of the cortex is exactly, you can guess with their shapes actually. If it is circulate, it is zona glomerulosa. If it has two rods cells, it is zona fasciculata with a drop lipid in it actually. And next to the cortex we have zona reticularis. With the reticularis, yes. These cells around these vessels, we call these cells what?
Chromophene.
Okay?
Chromophene cells.
These cells are
Chromophene cells.
Okay. So find the, actually muscle cells around its wall. You can see the muscle cells here. Okay? And whatever we see around the central vein is related to
Chromophene cells.
Okay? Oh, that is about the adrenal gland. It has two different parts which are differentiated from different parts of the body in the embryonic time. Okay? This part is the adenohypophyse.
Adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis.
And this part is
Neurohypophysis.
neurohypophysis. Okay? This part that separated these two actually sections from each other.
Intermediate.
No. Rodke.
Rectal pouch.
I don't know if the spell is right or not. Rodke's pouch. Okay? And adenohypophyse. Adenohypophyse has three parts. These parts called pars distalis. The part which is near to the Rodke is intermediate part in here. Okay, intermediate part. And we have another part that we most of the time cannot see it in the slides here. Here it is the tuberalis part of tuberalis part of
Adenohypophysis. Distalis.
And these parts are all called
Neurohypophysis.
Okay? Did you understand?
Yes.
Attached to hypothalamus. Okay? If we have hypothalamus here, tubularis attached to
hypothalamus.
it. Okay? Hypothalamus. Okay? This part is the pars nervosa, okay? Yeah,
Neurohypophysis.
hypophyse. And we have adenohypophyse here, okay? So we start with pars distalis. Whatever you see here is pars distalis, okay? And when I want to go to the actually pars nervosa, the fraction here, can you see, is the Rodke
Pouch.
and we have pars intermediate around the Rodkay pouch, okay? And here you can see it is very different from
Adenohypophysis.
adenohypophysis. So it is
Neurohypophysis.
whatever you see, it is neural cells. Actually, we most have axon here. Do you know why? Because if it was a neuron, and all these cords actually are axons, and if we see any nucleus here called pituocyte, okay? So each single nucleus here, you can see the dense nucleus here. Did you see it? There are some nucleus here that are related to pituocyte cells. Okay, so this is the pars nervosa or neurohypophysis. This is the intermediate part of
Hypophysis.
hypophysis, and the rest of the tissue is related to pars distalis. Okay. In adenohypophysis, we have two kinds of cells actually. Do you know?
Chromophils.
Yes, exactly. What is your name? Muhammad? Ednan? Okay, this is the pars distalis part, okay, and in the whole part of adenohypophysis, we have two kinds of cells, okay? Do you listen me? Can you? Okay, we have two different cells that are
Chromophils.
chromophils, okay, and chromophil cells are
Darker.
acidophil and
Basophil.
okay. As it can known from its name, acidophil are more actually eosinophil. It is red. Okay. If I go to the bigger magnification, do you know what is this? I said the red cells are acidophils from chromophil cells in adenohypophysis. And these purple cells are
Basophilic.
basophil. In pars distalis, we have more
Basophilic.
no acidophil cells. And the other part, in intermediate, we have a lot of basophil cells. Okay? So, what are these cells? Are these red cells?
Acidophils.
Acidophil. And these purple cells,
Basophil.
which are actually smaller than the other basophil cells. Okay? And we have these kind of cells in all adenohypophyses, and about the percentage of each cell is different. We have more acidophil cells in pars distalis, but in the intermediate part,
Of
which is
adenohypophysis.
located near to the Rodkay pouch, to pituocyte cells, and these are related to axons. As I said, there are a lot of sections from the axon because it is two line. Okay, so it is clear that we have a lot of sections of axon here, and these are the nuclei of pituocyte cells. Okay, fine. RBCs actually, but they look like RBCs. This is the exact example of hairy bodies. Okay, here. Maybe this one is too. Okay. So if you see a section like RBCs, but lighter than RBCs, it is they are
Bodies.
bodies. Okay.